We are often asked how we felt at school, even if we are elder, and it matters. How we feel ourselves, how our students feel themselves in school, and how the teacher feel themselves at school. Because if we can create a safe, supporting school environment, that has a great effect to our lives. We know that if we feel safe at school, if we have good relationship with our teachers, with our school classmates, that has a great effect on our lives. Because you meet your schoolmates after many years, so those relationships matter. And you remember the good teachers, and you also remember the bad teachers, because you learn a lot from them for your future about life. So it absolutely matters how children and students feel themselves at school, and also how the parents feel about the performance of their kids and feeling of their kids at school. So what we are trying to do here in this project is that helping the professionals to create a safe and motivating environment at schools for kids to learn the best, to give the best and perform in the best way they can at school. I think it's very important, and we shouldn't forget that how teachers feel is absolutely very important, almost as important as the students feel well, because teachers are the ones who can play the role models to create the great atmosphere. We know that children are learning through trying things. And sometimes, and it's normal, that there are rules and there are violations of the rules, because students try it for many reasons. Many reasons can be behind when we experience deviation or violation of norms at schools. It's very important that the children feel safe to speak up against norm violation, and those who are harmed. And sometimes when a norm is violated, a window is broken, or we can talk about more serious things, let's say bullying at schools, which is growing because there is more and more tension in our societies, and for many other reasons, we have to have tools to deal with that. And many teachers experience that punishment is not a real solution. Sometimes punishment can solve problems for a while. It can make children quiet, and they may seem to perform after a punishment. But we have to be aware that these punishments cause harm, and not only on the perpetrator, but also on the others. What we would like to achieve? We would like to achieve that school is a safe place, and we are not perfect as humans. Children are not perfect, and we have to learn that if we make mistakes, there are ways to repair them. And a school community means that if children behave not in the proper way, they get help. Restorative practice is not rocket science. Many teachers in this group can use many of the techniques from restorative practices. They apply asking open questions to the students, expecting real, honest answers. That's an everyday practice in their lives. They know what assertive communication is, and they practice it. What we try to teach them now are how to make it part of everyday school life, to use these techniques, how they can help students to express their feelings at school. And we know that teachers are overwhelmed and they have a lot of administrative tasks. But we also know that both students and teacher perform well if they feel safe, and if they can express their feelings, and if they can make good connections within their communities. And the school is a community of students, teachers, other practitioners who are going to school psychologists, and the parents as well. And it matters how they feel themselves in their working environment, how the parents perceive that the children are doing their best and they are in a safe environment during the day. And it's very important that they communicate with each other. A lot of teachers say that it's hard to communicate with parents, but we try to set up an environment within the school when communicating with each other can become an everyday practice, and where they can find the same language, they can have the channels to discuss about the community. I think when introducing restorative practices or learning about this new approach and new way of working, which is not extremely new in many terms, it's very important to have those professionals, in our case, a civil society organization, Partners Bulgaria, who can support this process. Because learning new things requires support. And it's normal in learning processes that sometimes we fail. What we try, it doesn't work. It can happen for many reasons, but we can learn from our mistakes as well. This is a learning path also to operate this way, this restorative way. And I think it's very important that this learning community from the 4 towns have Partners Bulgaria to support this learning process and mentor the teachers in their learning process. There are great professionals in this group. I enjoy very much working with them, and I can see how enthusiastic they are about learning new methods. And what I was very happy about, that they are very reflective to their practice, and that's a key to this new learning process.